The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O, the R, the K. Look yourself in the face. Look yourself in the mirror. Ask yourself, are you giving 120% every day? Every play? Give me 120 or don't give me nothing at all. The guy you competing against, you haven't outworked him. You've not outworked the person next to you. You've not out-hustled them. You've not out-grind them. You've not outdone them. You're not locked in. Bring all your passion. Bring heart. Every single game, every single play. Put forth 120% or don't ask nobody to do nothing to you. The W, the O, the R, the K. The W, the O.
What's up? What's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? Happy Friday morning, man. I hope everybody's up at it, ready to do our thing. We're ready to grind this morning. We're ready to jump into this thing. We're ready to look at these markets, see what the heck is going on for the weekend. Set the tone for the weekend, set the positive tone for the weekend. Maybe, I don't know, we might fudge some stuff today, but who the hell knows, right? We're just here to do what we do for an hour and go ahead and look at these markets and see what we can pull out of these things as we look through them in the morning. But yeah, I don't know. It's Friday. We usually fud on a Friday. David, good morning. Elmo, good morning. How are you? I see the DJs are starting to drop in as we move on. But yeah, it's Friday, man. TGIF to everybody out there. TGIF, y'all. Hope you guys are doing well this Friday morning. And are up and at it, man. We're going to do our thing this morning. See what the hell we can get into today. Markets, I mean, the markets are trading sideways, right? Stock market and everything is they're taking off. Crypto markets is trading sideways. Just choppy. You know, see, so we'll see. We took a look at Blaze the other day. It's not it's not applied for okay. All right, we'll look at Blaze again. We'll see what's up. What's up, Scott? What's up? What's up, Scottish? What's up, dog? How are you? Want to leave that 9 to 5? Yo, man, I want to leave that 9 to 5. Yo, I would love to be a full-time trader, man. I'd love it, man. That would be amazing. But you know what? You gotta stay on that 9 to 5 until you're ready to make that move, right? You know, when the time is right, Scottish, we'll make that move. We'll make that move, baby. But right now, we just a slave to the man. So Blaze applied for Coinbase, huh, David? All right, we'll take a look at Blaze again today. We looked at it on Wednesday. It's up 14x. Yeah. Coin Junior, what's up? The Junior, good morning. Hit that like button, y'all. That's right. I always forget to say that. Thank you, Junior. Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. If you're new here, guys, go ahead and get this out in the old Elgo. Get that out in the old Elgo. Nine to 5 and the 2 side jobs. Oh, I know, David. I got a 9 to 5. I trade. A 9 to 5 I trade, and a bunch of other stuff going on. So it never stops. The grind never stops. Listen, man, I always tell people, if you're bored, you're probably broke. You know what I mean? If you're bored, you're probably broke. If you're working and you're grinding all the time, usually you're out there making some money. If you're doing the right stuff, right? You're doing the right thing. If you ain't doing the right thing, you're probably out there. You're out there doing something you ain't supposed to be doing. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see. We'll leave this 9 to 5 at some point and just be a full-time trader, full-time content creator at some point. You just gotta hit, gotta hit a couple big ones. You know what I mean? Gotta hit a couple big ones. But Blaze, when it comes to base, David, Coinbase is really starting to push base, and with the integration of Airdrome and its new app, you're basically going to be able to trade all the base DeFi tokens in the Coinbase app um, instantly. So you're not even going to have to wait for a listing on Coinbase. You're just going to be able to you're just going to be able to trade instantly. So that's amazing, though. That's amazing. So like what we're seeing. Let's go ahead. Let's have a look at this market. Let's see what's up today. Yeah. What's he say? Yo, base is super bullish. Base is bullish. They gotta push. They gotta push a little bit harder though. They got to push a little bit harder. It's starting to come along, but they do have to start embracing a little bit more of this DeFi sector, which it looks like they are with the integration of Airdrome. So they just got to roll it out, right? They can't look at it and talk about it and then wait for 6 months to roll it out. That's just not the way it is. Trader Dev, Trader Dev. Oh, I know, Junior. You got 95 jobs, man. You got 95 jobs, Junior. You're a trader. You're a dev. You're a content creator. You got it all going on, Junior. But but yeah, like base is bullish. Like they just need to move things along a little bit quicker. That's all. Ken, what's up? What's up? Happy Friday, y'all. Happy Friday. But yo, let's go ahead. Let's get into these markets a little bit. The bond market looks pretty tight this morning. Looks pretty good. The world debt is sitting here looking pretty good right now. Oil stocks are up a little bit. They're climbing back up to them higher levels, which means your gas price is about to go up. Gold is down right now. Yeah, trading sideways, choppy. The Asian markets, they traded pretty good last night. They didn't trade too bad. They didn't trade great, but they didn't trade bad either. So it's kind of right there in the middle. European markets over there where Ken's at right now look like they're all in green. Look like they're trading phenomenally over there. Ken must be dumping all of that profit that he made last night off of crypto into these markets and pumping these markets up, baby. Come on, Ken, pump these markets up. And the United States pre-markets look like they're about to go on another run today. There's pre-markets are all in green. That's Elmo over there dumping all his money up into the market, pumping the markets. I don't know. He must be buying a whole bunch of stock over there. So almost pumping the market over there for us. So they look really, really good this morning. So we like it. We like what we hear. We like what we see. So see right here. Ken says, don't listen. Don't listen. Why not, man? Don't listen to him. Why not, Ken? You're pumping the markets over there, Ken. You're dumping all your crypto profits over in there. You're dumping them, baby. Scottish, my boy. Thinking of 9 to 5. How about grabbing? How about grabbing a bag of the FUCK 995. I grabbed some. I grabbed a bag. It's a little down this morning, but I did grab a bag yesterday. We'll look at it. Scottish. I got actually I think I had it pulled up. Yeah, I do. So yeah, I grabbed a little bit of bag. I grabbed a little bag last night. Scottish on a downturn a little bit, so it wasn't bad. I think I got in at a good price. I think I got in at a decent price, so I ain't too worried about it. But yeah, stock futures, they look good. They look good, and we'll see where they go today. That's a big news. Is the stock markets they're setting new highs, man, and this thing's ready to rock and roll. And it's all about pricing and what's going on right now, right? That's what it's all about, and it's so hard to price in what's going on right now because every day you wake up to something else, right? Something different, something else, something craziness that's going on. But Nvidia looks absolutely like a monster stock right now, sitting at 150, 155. And they were talking about a lot of robotic stuff on our call. And not only semiconductors, but a lot of robotics. So Nvidia absolutely looks strong. Circle is still looking really, really good. A lot of these stocks are still looking pretty damn good when it comes to the big tech stocks over there, which is really good for crypto. As long as the tech stocks are continue to look good, crypto should reap the benefits of some of that. They are correlated, so looks good, baby, looks good. So as long as Elmo can keep pumping these markets up over here in the United States and keep buying and dumping all that money, all that crypto money over in here, and Ken can continue to pump these European stocks over here, we should have a pretty damn good day. Right, Scottish? We should have a pretty damn good day. Just need them two to keep pumping, baby. Coming over here to the cryptocurrency market, where the big money's made, baby. We got a Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index sitting at 49, still parked in neutral, baby. Parked in neutral. But we'll take it. We'll take it from the big pullback that we had before. We'll definitely take a 49. We're looking at this thing just last week sitting way down in the 30s. So we got it, man. We got this stuff. Hold DG to that statement. Of course, man. Hold me to that statement, baby. Hold me to that statement. If I don't say it, if I say it, I believe it. If I say it, I believe it. So, but yeah, we definitely got a 49 sitting right here. We're sitting in neutral. We're parked. But look at this, guys. Well, man, just last week we are sitting at this 12 mark, 12 out of 100. We're still in Bitcoin season, but we're sitting at 12 out of 100. Look at that, 22 out of 100. We are definitely working our way back to a little bit of an altcoin rally at some point here. But yeah, we like almost doubled up that number in 1 week. So definitely love what we're seeing over there. Because this is where it is, you know. Trump will make crypto great again. Oh boy, the Genius Act is about to pass here pretty soon. That's a big bill for cryptocurrency, is that Genius Act, and getting them stable coins out there, because that's going to bring a crap ton of liquidity over to the cryptocurrency market. I don't know if Trump will make crypto great again, but I do think that crypto itself is starting to creep its way into a lot of institutions. It's starting to make a lot of headway. Trump kind of pissing me off right now, so I ain't gonna give him a whole bunch of props. But it's looking like crypto is definitely starting to creep its way back into a lot of these institutional arenas. And with that stablecoin bill that's about to pass, it's really about to take off. It's got Visa, MasterCard, American Express, and everybody else running scared, because these companies are literally can start to almost shed billions and billions of dollars of fees if they want to. So hit that like button. Yes, David, hit that like button, hit that share button. Pump this thing out into the old algo rhythm. We need it. But yeah, definitely on our way back to altcoin season, which is absolutely amazing. We got a cryptocurrency market cap sitting at 3.28 trillion. Yo, guys, we're creeping back up there with that market cap. I know people look at this and they don't see a ton of price action in a lot of the crypto that they're in. And they're like, oh man, crypto's down. Now look at the market cap that's coming into that. It's 3.28 trillion, man. We got beat up just a couple days ago, but this thing is definitely starting to creep its way back up. And you can't have an altcoin season without the market cap moving up. So definitely got to have that market cap up there, baby. What did we do? We didn't do too great yesterday with the ETFs. We did good. We had a positive 200 about, let's call it 200 million. 200 million, call it even 200 million. And Bitcoin did roughly 220 of that, and Ethereum was actually in the negative 26, which brought it down to 200. So yeah, so Ethereum's ETF went to the negative yesterday, but Bitcoin went to the positive. So Ethereum's ETF did not have a great day. You can see that in the price. But yo, look at this. Bitcoin dominant 65%. 65% of all of this money is sitting in Bitcoin. That number continues to climb, and people get scared. Oh yeah, Bitcoin's dominance is climbing, it's climbing, it's climbing. We're never gonna have an altcoin season. Well, look at the Ethereum dominance. We just started, like when we were here Wednesday, we talked about this at 8.3, right? It's up to 9%, right? It's up to 9% right now. So just chill, sit back and wait, just chill. It's starting to happen, right? This thing's starting to happen. You got to look at the numbers, right? Got to look and see where the money's flowing. Got to look at the numbers. And as long as you're on the positive side of this thing and things are starting to move in an upward direction, people got to chill. Chill out, man. Quit, a lot of whining, a lot of crybabies out here in crypto. Gotta quit being a crybaby. Gotta look at these numbers for what they are, right? And know that we're moving to the upside here. So no crybabies allowed. No crybabies allowed in crypto. No crying in crypto, baby. No crying. We go over here to the chain. We got BSE still killing it at $5.9 billion. Call it even $6 billion in 24-hour trading volume. Yo, the BSE chain is just killing. They are just smoking everybody. Everybody was, Solana. Yo, the BNB chain is the 24-hour daily volume that they're putting out over there. The numbers are the numbers. You can look at this thing, and people can argue back and forth about who's got the better chain or who's doing the most volume or who's doing who's doing what. But at the end of the day, when you just look at the pure numbers, women lie, men lie, numbers don't, and they just don't lie. And second place isn't even close. You look at call it even 6 billion for BSE. You come over here and look at Ethereum's only doing 2.1 billion, right? In 24-hour trading volume. Not even close. That second place is like a fart in the wind when it comes to BSE right now. Like it's nothing. Solana is doing that 1.6, and this is good volume. 2.1 billion and 1.6 billion for Ethereum and Solana. That's good volume, but you ain't got shit on BNB right now. Yeah, you ain't lying, Junior. No pussies in crypto. You got to be able to hold. You got to be able to deal with this nonsense that's going on. Base doing under $1 billion, dropped under $1 billion in 24 hours. This thing was sitting at $1 billion. It's sitting at 856 mil right now. Dropped under $1 billion, which is man, that's sad to see for Base. Got to get that thing back up to $1 billion. Volume really kicked down on that base chain over the past 24 hours. So got to get that thing back up to $1 billion. It was hanging around $1 billion and doing really good at $1 billion, and just took a step back yesterday. Arbitrum 572 million, and that's actually higher than it was on Wednesday. So Arbitrum's doing well, but the one I want to see kick back up to $1 billion is Base. They got to get to moving. We talk about it a lot here. This base volume, the base chain does so much better when it's $1 billion plus, and it's got to move up. But BSE, man, BSE is where the volume is right now. That's exactly where the volume is. So anybody just looking to get in and out of plays right now, and they want to know where all the volume is, it's on the BSE chain, and they must be launching shit over there like crazy. I don't do a lot on the BNB chain. I mean, I will play around over there a little bit, but I don't do a ton of trading on the BNB chain. But definitely with a volume like this, definitely worth looking at and really trying to figure out what's really moving over there and trying to get into it, because that's a lot of volume. Whoa, what do we got for the bubbles, baby? The day is in red. Oh my God, we had a shitty day. The market's coming down, it's crashing. Everybody run, baby, run. Run, baby, run. The market's down. It's no good. Crypto sucks. We're going to zero. We're going to zero. Come on, y'all. Come on, y'all. Stop it. Stop. I only say that because I was reading some stuff last night and I watched, certain people in this space go, oh my God, the market's coming down. It's going to zero. Stable up. Don't sell. Don't do anything. The best thing to do is nothing. Blah blah blah. Come on, man. Are we for real? Is this what we're really doing right now? Is this what we're doing? Bitcoin sitting at 107,000, $174. Are we not okay? Are we not okay? Ethereum sitting at $2,454. Ethereum's $50 off of $2,500, and people are going nuts, right? People are going nuts because it's not at 2,500. It's $50 off 2,500 bucks. Come on, y'all. Come on. Let's not get crazy here, right? Let's not talk crazy. Let's not talk stupid, right? Like, this is what it is. Like, we're gonna have these pullbacks. We're gonna have these overbought territories where we have to sell off. We got to have a little bit of sell off to make the big run up. So, people got to chill. People got to chill the hell out, man. I watch way too many videos of people getting scared and read too many articles of people getting scared. And oh my God, where crypto's going to zero, or you got to sell. We're in this major downturn. This isn't a major downturn. So this is an average pullback from an overbought position that crypto's in right now. Crypto's in an overbought situation, and it's pulled back a little bit. It'll probably pull back just a little bit, and then it'll make its next run up. It's common trading. This is what happens, right? This is just what happens every single time. XRP up 209. XRP's not performing well at all. The case, Judge Torres does not like the situation that the XRP and the SEC put in front of him. So he's like, yo, you guys can't just like arbitrarily take my ruling and come up with your own solution to the problem. You're gonna have to pay. Good morning, Selmo. What's up, my brother? So the judge did not like the XRP, compromise that the XRP and the SEC came up with. So, here we are again, right? Still messing around with this case, still messing around with these judges, still messing around with all this stuff with XRP. So we'll see how this thing plays out. I don't know. I don't see why. I think the easiest thing for XRP to do is just go ahead, pay the fine as it was laid out in the court documents, and move the hell on. This thing is just lingering way too long. And quite frankly, nobody even cares anymore. Nobody even cares where the case is anymore. Nobody cares what the outcome is. Nobody cares where the case is. Nobody cares. We got what we needed out of the case, which was that XRP is not a security. So everything else after that, it just doesn't mean anything. So just go ahead and pay the fine and call it a day. Curtis, good morning, my brother. Good morning. So just go ahead and pay the fine and move on. I don't know what we're doing here. I really don't. As far as Ripple goes and the SEC goes, I don't know what we're doing. It's time to turn the page. Trump trade. Yeah, I don't know where we're headed. Crypto's gonna move. Crypto's gonna boom, right? We put this Trump trade in, during the election in November, when everything was booming. October, November, put this Trump trade in. And it's really all about what happens now, right? It's about the stablecoin bill. It's about bringing liquidity in. The stablecoin bill is going to bring a crap ton of liquidity in to the cryptocurrency market. Is Trump the savior of crypto? I have no idea. We'll see. We'll see. I have very little confidence in them, and I'm starting to lose a lot of confidence in the administration right now and what their ability is to get things done. We hear a lot of talk, but we don't hear a lot of we don't see a lot of action. But I think that crypto is in a much better place today than it would be than it was under the prior administration, where everything was frowned upon and everything was going to court and people were getting sued. We don't want to see that. We don't want to see that. But we do have to get stuff done. you know it, you know there's campaign promises that were made. We got to get stuff done. uh yeah, can we? I mean, there's a difference between talking about it and doing it, right? And I think it starts with the Genius Act, right? They got to get that passed. They got to get that through. You got to get this liquidity in there, and everything that goes with it, right? But we can't sit here and act like this isn't an issue. You know what I mean? We can't sit here and act like this isn't an issue, because it is. And we're not going to cover it up. We're not going to run from it either. We'll talk about it. The Trump administration made a lot of promises that were unkept so far to date. They're unkept, right? And they need to move. They need to move on some of this stuff. Where's the Bitcoin strategic reserve at, right? Where's that at? We can talk about it, talk about it, talk about it. You're one of the biggest Bitcoin holders in the world. If you wanted to put that in a strategic reserve, then you could. I mean, it's not like you don't own the Bitcoin to start the strategic reserve. You already own it. It's already sitting there on your books. You know what I mean? So let's not play this game. Let's not play this this lyrical gymnastics. As I like to call it, where we're playing off of words and what was said, what wasn't said. They put an if in there instead of a when, and blah blah blah. Who cares? You said what you said. Start the strategic reserve. Get the stablecoin bill passed. As far as the XRP case goes, the Ripple XRP case, this is really between Ripple and the SEC, and Ripple needs to go ahead and just pay the fine. I mean, people are sick of it. Nobody really cares what's going on in this case anymore. Like I said before, and they just need to go ahead and close this case up. And is it? What's the difference between paying the fine at the rate in which the fine was defined by the judge, or you're trying to negotiate? The bottom line is they're going to take it out of the escrow account anyways, so it's not coming out of Ripple's pocket. So just go ahead, take it out of the escrow account, pay the fine, move the hell on, because this is really hurting the XRP holders. And at the end of the day, we can call it what we want. And I see a lot of influencers, YouTubers, video makers. They put spins on this thing, but let's make no doubt, XRP. Hold on. XRP is going nowhere until this case is finalized. Fairground, what's going on? Man, I'm sneezing over here. Allergies got me jacked up. There we go. But yeah, XRP is going nowhere until this case is wrapped up. So, bless you. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Uh, Jesus Christ. So, Fairground, good morning, brother. Good morning to you, my brother. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So, yeah, but XRP, they need to come on. Like, enough is enough. Enough, enough's enough with this season, and enough is enough with Ripple. But Ripple did print a whole bunch more of RLUSD the other day. They did print more RLUSD. I think they're setting up for this Genius Act, and we'll see. We'll see what they do with that RLUSD. So we'll see. We'll see what's up. But they printed a crap ton of RLUSD the other day. What else do we got going on? Solana's moving down a little bit, but it's a little bit overbought, so it's gonna move down. Big Watch dudes in the building. Big Watch dude. Uh, will impact the price. I think the spot ETFs will impact the XRP price, but I don't think you're going to get a spot ETF until this case is finished. I thought it would be done, so I was thinking that the spot ETFs would come out once this case is done. I'll be surprised. I'll be surprised to see a spot ETF come out from the SEC before this case is settled. It just does. It goes against the process, right? So we'll see. I mean, we'll see. But I just think that you pay the fine and move on. You're like, I mean, how long are you going to drag this out, right? How long? How long does Ripple want to drag this out? And what advantage do they get from dragging this out any longer? You know, seriously, what advantage does XRP Ripple get from dragging out the case, right? You know, I mean, because you're gonna get your spot ETFs, right? You're gonna get them. They're gonna come. You're gonna see a crap ton of movement. You're gonna see a crap ton of uh price impact. So pay the fine and move on. You probably already would have had a spot ETF on XRP if the case wasn't still open. You probably would have had a spot ETF on XRP with Bitcoin and Ethereum if this case wasn't still open. So been about 2 years. Yeah, it's been about 2 years. But right now it's been about 6 months too long because we've had clarity on this thing for a while now. Yeah, everybody's tired of it, Big Watch. Everybody's just tired, man. They're wearing people out, you know. And the market is so ready for this thing to be over. And Ripple has so much good stuff going for it right now with RLUSD tokenized assets. Um, you know, the fact that they have more wallets right now in profit than they've ever had since before ever. And 75% of all XRP holders are in profit. So you have more, you know, more people in profit. You have a ton of good stuff and positive momentum behind you, but yet you have this one weight on your back that's holding you back from really meeting your full potential. So, and you have the ability to take that weight off of your back, and you're just not doing it. Just think of how many people they sucked into selling. Yeah, just think about how many people dumped their XRP bags, right? Think about that. Like they dumped their XRP bags, you know, or bought in on the hype of, I bet you the 25% of the wallets that are not in profit right now are the ones who bought in on the hype of the XRP case being over when it ran up, when it made that big run up. They probably bought the top of that thing, which everybody's so listen, people are going to buy the top of projects. It's going to happen, but I'm almost willing to bet you that a large portion of them, the 25% of people that aren't in profit, are probably the people that bought the top of that big pump up, right? And so, but 75% of the wallets in XRP are technically in profit. So, when you look at that, I mean, there's just so much positive stuff that's coming with Ripple. And I don't know. I don't understand. And here's the thing, and like I said it at the beginning, they're worried about, I mean, they can't really be worried about the money because they're gonna take it out of the escrow anyways, right? So they're gonna take that money out of the escrow account, and they're either gonna dump it on the open market or they're gonna give it to the SEC to put in the treasury, right? But that money's not gonna come out of Ripple's pocket. The money is gonna come out of the escrow account, you know. So it's not anything that's coming out of the company's funds. They minted them tokens. They minted them tokens when they launched the XRP, right? It cost them nothing, right? And they're going to take them out of that account. So basically, they're getting out for free anyways. All right, Junior, TGIF, brother, TGIF, my brother. So basically, they're getting out for free anyways. And if it's about principle, right? And if it's about principle for them, then it should be about principle for their holders, right? And I think that Ripple's doing more damage to their holders than the SEC is. I think the SEC has done extremely a lot of damage to Ripple, right? In this case, but right now, I think the damage that's being done to Ripple is self-imposed because they can stop it all. They can stop all this. It's a Gensler. It's a Gensler thing. You can't even blame this on Gensler anymore. Like this is beyond Gensler. He's gone, right? He's gone. You can't even blame this on Gensler anymore. Right? This is this is this is this is strictly Ripple and the SEC. I don't know. That's my take on it. A lot of people will argue with me on that, right? A lot of people won't agree with me on that, and they'll say it's about principle. And XRP Ripple's fighting the good fight, and they're fighting it for the rest of crypto, and they're fighting a good fight. And at some point you gotta just say enough's enough, right? And listen, we fought the good fight for everybody, and we're done, and we're moving on. So Chainlink sitting at 1304, definitely taking a pullback. Whole market's taking a little bit of a pullback this morning, well, overnight and this morning, even on the hour right now, is in red. So we're having a little bit of a pullback. But what's going on, right? What's up? What's going on? Well, we looked at this on Wednesday, and you see, like, what do we got? We got Ethereum pulled up right here, right now. So on Wednesday, Ethereum was in this overbought territory, right? So it needed to drop down on the RSI. It needed to drop down into this oversold territory so it could start to make its next move up to the upside on the RSI, right? And that's just exactly what happened, right? You've seen it drop right here. Now it's in the oversold territory. You see the lines cross. Now it's starting to make its move back up, and we are on the 4-hour chart, right? Which is, I think, is the best chart to look at. It's starting to make its crossover here, starting to make its next move up, and that's a good thing. That's a good sign for Ethereum, is that it went from an overbought to an oversold, and now people are buying back in. And this is exactly how the market works, right? This is what happens. And the same with Bitcoin. You see Bitcoin sitting right here, and went from overbought to oversold. Now it's starting to work its way back up, and that's why you're having just a little bit of a pullback. So and now it's going to start to work its way back up. It's all about setting higher lows and higher highs, and that's how this market works. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Don't, don't, don't forget Dirty Gary. Uh, yeah, yeah. I mean, Dirty Gary started this, right? Dirty Gary started this, and he really put the pressure on, and he really made Ripple spend a lot of money, and really wasted a lot of taxpayer dollars on the XRP case, and and he really set a bad tone for all of crypto, right? But we're beyond that now, right? We're beyond that. Um, and we can't. At some point, you got to say, Dirty Gary's gone. We got the ruling. We got a crypto friendly SEC, and we're still here. We're still here, and that's a problem. And that's a problem. Um, so, you know, it's kind of like, who's going to be man enough to finish this thing? Well, it's got to be Ripple. You know what I mean? It's got to be Ripple. We got the total three market cap sitting here at 819. Well, $811.2 billion. Again, look at the crossover that's happening right now, from top to bottom, and looks like it's starting to work its way back up. And this is exactly what you want to see. We can go down here from project to project to project. You look at XLM right now in the same situation. Overbought, came down here to now being oversold, and now starting to work its way back up. This is perfect. This is a perfect setup, right? This is the setup that you want, right? You want to buy. If you're looking to get into projects, you don't want to buy up here in an overbought situation. You want to buy down here in an oversold situation, right? Under stochastic RSI, you want to buy down in here, right? So where you look at Airdrome. I'm hugely high on Airdrome, sitting at 77 cents right now. This is that project that's going to be integrated right into the Coinbase app, right? This is going to allow you to buy DeFi projects right inside of the Coinbase app, which is absolutely going to bring this thing a crap ton of volume, right? So again, it was overbought over here, oversold down here, turning the corner, moving to the upside. Crossover happens. You got to wait for this crossover to happen, right? When this crossover down here happens at the bottom on a stochastic RSI, you're about to move to the upside. That's momentum up, right? That's what that means. That means the momentum is starting to swing to the upside, right? So this is where you want to start buying when that crossover happens. And we look at SPX 6900. You guys, I'm huge on this project, right? I think this meme project's going to absolutely move along with Pepe. Again, overbought, oversold, starting to move sideways again. You wait for that crossover to happen, and boom, now you're to the upside, right? But it's about to happen. So that's a great situation for SP. All of these are good setups, right? They're all good setups to start to move the price in the right direction. So, but we had to get here. You can't just keep going to over overbought and without going back down a little bit. And that's what everybody wants, right? Everybody just wants this moonshot to the top, and that's just not how trading works. Pepe's in a great setup situation right here, sitting at 509277. Overbought, came down here to oversold. Crossover's about to happen, about to move to the positive side, to the upside here. One thing about Pepe, I want you guys to pay attention to, and I'm a big Pepe guy. Pay attention to this. Here's your moving averages, right? It's trading below these moving averages right now, right? So look at every time you get below these moving averages, boom, boom, boom. It hits the average, it gets knocked down, knocked down. Had a little bit of a breakout here up into the moving averages, and then this came right back down. What you want to see is a big breakout here. This is when Pepe is going to start running again. When it breaks above these moving averages and the RSI is starting to move back to the upside, you know the Pepe is about to go on a nasty run at that point. You don't believe me? We'll go back here and look at the charts. Um, you look at here. You got this oversold territory right here with Pepe, and then boom, you took a rocket ship above the EMAs right here, the moving averages, and look at where that RSI is. It's at the top, right? You had a crossover at the top, came down a little bit right here, and then that's when you drop below the moving averages, right? So when you look at this, Pepe's perfect setup right now. Perfect setup for a trade. Perfect. Perfect setup for a long trade. Like if you wanted to long Pepe, uh, if you wanted to long Pepe, I would say like right now is about the time. As soon as these things cross over, right now is about the time. It's getting ready to bust, go back up into the moving averages, and it's oversold. That's a good trade. That's a good entry. Uh, definitely, definitely a good entry there. So I like what I'm seeing with Pepe as well. I'm still huge on Pepe, guys. Huge. I think Pepe's gonna bust zeros. It's definitely gonna bust some zeros, and I like where it is. I like where SPX 6900 is. Uh, as far as meme coins go, I just think that them ones are ready to rock and roll. Solana, same situation. You're starting to see the RSI, that positive momentum starting to come to the upside on the 4 hour. It's sitting down here and it's moving averages. It's getting ready to bust above the moving averages, and that's a good setup. That's a good setup right there. Obviously, you can't call everything, but if you just look at the data, data says you should win, right? Now, will you win? Who knows, right? But data says you should win. Same with Ethereum. Ethereum's in a nice setup right here. You got the crossover here on a stochastic, starting to move to the upside. You're looking at the moving averages here. You're starting to come above the moving averages. You're sitting on Right now, you're sitting on the 038 line. It looks like it wants to bust above the 038 line on the Fibonacci and come to the 0.5 level. That is a perfect setup. Same on the Pepe. Yeah, I'm good on Pepe. Heat, what's up? What's up, TGIF, baby? What's up? What's up? But yeah, I think Ethereum's in a beautiful position right now. Absolutely beautiful position. Uh, Appreciate your grind, Daniel. No, I appreciate you. Appreciate you, Heat, man. I appreciate you, brother. But when you look at this Ethereum chart right now, I mean, everything is setting up for Ethereum to make a nice little breakout run. The only problem I see with Ethereum making a little bit of a breakout run is the fact that it's Friday, right? So that's the negative that you look at. You can look at the numbers right here in the charts and say, Ethereum's ready to go, but it is Friday. And we know what happens on Friday afternoon. We usually have a little bit of a sell-off, right? Friday afternoon here in the United States, a little bit of a sell-off going into the weekend. But if I was to take my trades are for a month or better, right? So with this setup right here, I would say that I would take this trade with Ethereum. I'm inspirational. I wouldn't say I'm inspirational. I just say, I'm a guy here just trying to give you guys what I know, just trying to give you guys what I look at and how I do things. And if you can take just a tiny bit off of it and use it in your own strategy, then that's a win, right? That's a win for you. But where's Bitcoin at? Like Bitcoin the same way. When you look at Bitcoin down here, it hasn't made the crossover yet from the overbought to the oversold. Still hasn't made this crossover on a 4-hour chart yet. But when you look at it bounce down from the 0.07 Fibonacci line, right? Look at it bounce. It touches it, bounces off, but can't break it, right? Can't break that line, right? Can't break that line. But it keeps bouncing off of that 0.07 line, right? So, but when you look at this, it's in the oversold territory, right? So Once this cross happens, expect that run back up to that 0.073 line. Expect that run. It's happened. Look at it. Got rejected, got rejected, got rejected, got rejected, got rejected. So when this run happens, if you just set a stop loss, I'm talking about leverage trading right now, or even if you just buy and hold, if you just set a stop loss down here below this line right here, and you set a take profit right here at this line right here, you're gonna be good. You're gonna be good, and you can make a little bit of money, right? And you can make a little bit of money. So that's kind of what I'm liking. Uh, Straight up, D. Yeah, that's all we're trying to do, man. I'm not that inspirational, Like I said, I'm just a guy in the camera, giving you guys what I know, and take it, use some of it, throw some of it out, right? Right? Throw some of it out, and use what you can, and that's it. That's all we're here for. But yo, this is a great setup. Ethereum's on a great setup. BTC is getting ready to be on a great setup. Uh, a, a lot of these projects are on really good setups right now for buying opportunities. Even Airdrome's on a good setup. Ondo's on a good setup. Popcat's probably on a good setup. We'll go ahead and take a look. Yeah, see it's starting to come up. You see that RSI cross? It's starting to move up. It's below the moving averages, right? So starting to play around inside of these moving averages right here. I wouldn't take a trade on any of this or buy Popcat until it got back up into these moving averages. But it definitely looks good. It definitely looks good. Uh Ondo 74 cents. Look at it sitting right inside of these moving averages. Got the nice crossover here on the RSI. That's a perfect setup for a trade right there. That's perfect setup. DG, I want to be like you when I grow up. I want to be like you when I grow up, Big Watch. I want to be like you. If I could be like the Big Watch, if I could be like Selbo or Scottish. Inflation data today. Yes, we do get inflation data today. I don't expect it to be a big market mover though, Scottish. I think that we're gonna get probably exactly what they projected us to get from inflation data because they play with the market, right? All you need is 4.8 BTC, and if yeah, I mean you don't need a lot of BTC, and like if you were buying early on 15 30,000, like when we were talking about BTC, like if you got like you look at BTC where it is right now, it's at 107K, right? And all talks and all of projections are in the next bull you're looking at 250,000 per BTC, right? You get four of them, that's $1 million. you know I mean it's a tough sell to say get four BTC at 107, right? uh but you know it's one of them things where you know I buy Bitcoin every day. I come over here, I look at the charts, and I say, where's the swing high and the swing low for the day, right? And I try to buy the swing low for the day. But I made it a point to buy a little bit every day because if you can continue to buy even at 107, 108, 110, and all of a sudden, in 4 to 5 years, you're looking at 250,000 per. Well, you're looking okay. I buy mine and I set it inside of a pool, and then I just leave it inside the pool, and I gain more BTC by the second, right? Isn't that the goal, right? Isn't that the goal? And I don't touch it. I don't spend it. I don't touch it. Yeah. SPX 6900 got a nice setup. 117, right? $1.17 right now. Again, the crossover's happening right there. that crossover's happening right there. You see it sitting on the support line right here. Dropped out of the moving averages slightly, but I would take this trade at 117 at $1.17. I'd take that trade. Everything looks good, and right now it's probably a good time. It's just trading sideways into this oversold territory, so it's gonna come up. It's got to come in back up into the overbought territory. I take that. I think that's a good trade. But yeah, it looks really, really good. Looks really, really solid. I want to see. We're running out of time. FUCK 96. I mean 9250. Looks solid. We said we were gonna come back and revisit this project. We did come back and we're revisiting it right now. I bought a bag last night. Probably we're in an hourly chart, so I was probably somewhere up in here. So I'm down a little bit. I tried to catch. I thought I was going to catch this little support, but it fell down a little bit more than that. I'm not worried about it though. This thing looks solid. Looks like it's ready to make another run. Sitting at 2.08 million right now. So definitely looks good. It's over on Solana. Definitely a soul play. Like what I'm seeing out of that. Chart looks really, really solid. So really like what I'm seeing. What do we got here? Curtis, good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Swag me. Well, look, we'll probably pull up Swag me. But we got Bull Run sitting at $5.23 right now. Looking okay. I mean, it's doing okay. Got a nice green candle on it over the hour. So definitely looking okay. Where's Marbits? We haven't looked at Marbits in a while. What the hell is Marbits? Damn. 160. Ken, what is going on? 163 mil. 163K market cap. What's up? What's going on, Ken? With that. I took your battery. We got Brian. You guys know I really like this project. Sitting at 1.97 mil. I bought this dip right here from Brian actually. And then, obviously there's a little sell off this morning, but sitting at 1.97 mil. Yo, the thing was as high as 2.1, 2.2 mil the other day. Not bad at all. Curtis, we're gonna look at Swag Me. It better have some green candles on it, Curtis. Don't have me looking at nothing that's in the shitter talking about, oh yeah, this one gonna swing. This one gonna swing. Oh shit. Wag me. Well, you gotta type it right. You got me looking at Swag Me, and when now we're looking at Wag Me. I figured that's where you were going with it, but Lord knows, with as many tokens that are launching, Lord knows what we're really talking about. Swag Me Wrapped Eats. Got me this one right here. Yes, I believe this one because we looked at this before. 28.4K on Soul. All right, you want it on Soul. Let's see what we got going on. Looks good. This looks good. This looks solid. 2.14 mil. Looks solid. Let's see. Nice big run up right here. Sell off. Looks like it's recovering from the sell off. Looks good. Many holders. 1.04K holders. It's a lot of holders. 24-hour trading volume. 81.4K. I like the volume. I like the holder count. Looks good. This looks good, Curtis. Curtis, this looks good. This project's solid. We looked at this one before, didn't we? Yeah, we looked at this one before. Looks good. Green candle coming in for the day. This is an hourly chart. Nice green candle coming in on an hour. Yeah, looks solid. You got into this one early. You're good. Still early. 2.14 mil. That's early. That's low market cap. It's early. Yeah, that looks like a solid chart too. It looks like the team. It looks like the team or the holders. They're really buying up every dip, every sell off that happens. It looks like they're really coming in and buying it up, which is what you want to see. So that's what you want to see out of a project. You want to see some devs, some developers that have some money that can come in and buy the dips, and don't just sit here and let the chart crash on you. So yeah, that looks good. I like it. I like it. Looks good. And Curtis, did you get in early? Did you get in early, Curtis? There's an early one for you. Hopefully you got in under a mil, and you're at least a double up right now. I like it when people tell me that they're doubled up. That means I know that they at least got their initials out and they're good. That they're good. So, but let's take one last look at this market and let's see what the hell we got going on today over here in crypto market. Let's see if we can turn this bad boy around. Ain't looking too good. I mean, it's looking all right. Looking decent. Quant. So I'm gonna look at Quant. 99. We're trying to break that $100 mark. It's trying its best to break that 100. I was watching that yesterday. 1069 dropped under 107. Not too bad though. Market's not too bad. I think, and I think from the charts, from all the charts that we looked at today, it definitely looks like we're ready. We're ready to move. We're ready to move definitely to the upside in crypto. Looks like they're ready to turn that money machine back on. So I like it. I like where we're at. Buy the dips. Utilize this sarcastic RSI, guys. This will help you know when to buy. This will definitely help you know. Don't buy up here. If you want to get into projects, don't buy up here. Do not. Buy when this thing is oversold and it's sitting down here at the bottom, and then you're getting a good price when things are oversold. Don't. If you buy when things are overbought, you know that they're going to come back down. The market will always correct itself. Blaze, that's right. We're gonna look at Blaze. I did want to look at Blaze. I'm glad you reminded me, David, because I almost forgot. I wanted to look at Blaze on base. On base, give me some base. Where? Blaze. 2.5 mil. Ooh, love that chart right there. Look at that. That's a money printer right there. That's a money printer right there. Pi still is a good buy. Pi still a good buy. Wow, I like Pi. Yeah, David, that's a good run right here. And you said that they were talking to Coinbase, right? That's a nice run right there. You got to expect. You see, here's a problem with a bunch of these people in crypto, little crybabies. When you get a big run up like this, people don't you gotta expect a little bit of a sell off before you can make your next room up move up to the upside. But you'll get a bunch of crybabies in here, and oh my god, the price dropped, $5,000 or something. Oh shit, shut up, man. You just went up 14%. A 14x, 14 times your money. And you're crying about a little bit of a pullback. That's a problem. Elmo, why you mad at Pi, man? Why you mad at Pi? I hope that he gets a hold of Pi. Yo, did he probably KYC? Just for that, I'm gonna buy some more pie. I'm gonna buy some pie today. But I do like Blaze. But yeah, tell me, David, that a whole bunch of people weren't crying right here, right? Little crybabies. Oh my God, this thing pulled back a little bit. It's got to pull back and consolidate and get ready for its next move to the upside. I mean, look, it's starting. It's moving sideways, building a new line of support, and getting ready to move to the upside. Yeah, Diddy can put the baby oil on pie. Slip on through. Did you say Diddy? Big Watch comes back in. He says bye. He tells me why he comes back in. He's like, did you say Diddy? Yeah, I said Diddy. Yeah, I said Diddy. Oh man. Someone says, someone says with pie, you need the KY and the hex. Oh, that one had to be directed at Elmo right there. Oh my God. That Someone's coming in hot, baby. Someone's coming in hot. Yo, when's Richard Hart going back to the club and he start twerking? I need to, put another video of him out twerking because I need my pulse bags to pump. I need my pulse and my hex and everything else to start pumping. He needs to get back out there buying his going on his shopping sprees and showing off his money and everything. So pump my bags, man. But all right, gotta get off of here for today, guys. Got a lot of stuff to take care of. It's Friday. Got payroll to take care of. Got some meetings to get it to. Got a good number of viewers in here today, guys. So go ahead, let's go ahead and like the stream, share the stream. Go ahead, push it out, push us up in the old algorithm. And appreciate you guys. Appreciate all you guys. We'll be back at you guys on Monday. Have a great weekend. Elmo, contact Richard Hart. Let him know it's time to pump the bags. Get out the checkered jumpsuit and let's get after it. And let's start pumping them bags. I know you got that one line communication with him. So time to get moving on the checkered suit in the club. So, but all right, we up out of here, y'all. And I'll talk to you guys on Monday. You guys have a good one, Curtis. Curtis, nice project over there in WAGME. Blaze looks good too, guys, as well. So, got a couple projects right there. FUCK 6905 is looking pretty good as well. A couple Solana plays, couple base plays we talked about this morning. So go ahead and check them out. Have a look. We're up out of here. Talk to you guys on Monday. Peace.